My name is Rosalind and my company is Punchline. I produce comedy shows, bringing the best comedians together to produce amazing nights of comedy. The idea kind of came about organically. I've always loved comedy and I've worked for various different agencies and touring companies and that sort of thing, building up the different skills. And then one day I just decided I wanted to do it myself. So I put on a show, and after the first show, everyone was sort of saying, you know, when's the second show? And that was the point I realised that this was a proper business that I could continue on with. Entrepreneurship wasn't something I thought about when I came to the University of Edinburgh to study counselling. It kind of came about. I thought I would take advantage of some of the other things on offer at the university. So I did various courses, and one of them was starting out workshop. And it was kind of at the same time that the comedy idea was percolating in my mind, and so they came together. It was nice timing. And then through that I was introduced to Launched at the University of Edinburgh, and that was a wonderful resource. There was lots of support and lots of advice, and that kind of got the idea going. And from there, Launched introduced me to the Scottish Institute for Enterprise, and again a whole lot of support and workshops, and I actually went on to win the New Ventures competition for the Arts and Culture section for Punchline. There is no typical day as an entrepreneur for me. I work on my own when I'm preparing for shows, so some days I will be researching, some days I'll be making phone calls, some days I'll be on the internet all day. I have a team of people who I work with, so when the production starts gearing up, I will be speaking to designers and printers and distributors, and I'll speak to venues, so there's a lot of more kind of social aspect to it at that stage. But you have to do everything. You have to make all the big decisions at the top, and you have to do all the filing and everything in between. So every day is completely different. For a work-life balance, sometimes you don't have one, especially at the start. I think to be an entrepreneur, you need to put everything into it, and it will consume you, certainly for the first while. When you're setting up, you're thinking about it, you're living it, you're breathing it, and then when it starts to kind of come together, then at that point you can kind of step back and you can start to get a little bit more of a routine and that sort of thing, and then you can build your family and your friends back in. But it's very important to have a support system in place as well, so you've got people to bounce ideas off and just go and sit and have a coffee sometimes. As an entrepreneur, you will face a lot of challenges. It comes with the territory. You get all the highs, you get all the lows, and you get to deal with everything. Some of the specific challenges I've come across are turning up at a venue and there were no microphones because they thought I was bringing my own, which involved keeping calm when you're panicking inside and scrambling around trying to find some microphones on a weekend, which is quite a difficult thing to do. The most recent challenge for me has been the fact that the venue that I had in Edinburgh, I had a great relationship with them, has now been sold, so I am currently venueless. But sometimes a challenge like that can be a good thing because it can make you think right back to basics. So the next stages for Punchline are I'm looking at doing a tour, so moving up north, so sort of Inverness, Aberdeen way, and part of that is being freed from Edinburgh. So sometimes a challenge can actually turn into an opportunity. My advice for starting your own business is just go for it. You can plan and plan and plan, but until you take that first step, you don't know if it's going to work. Especially when you're at university, you've got so much support here. Go and ask for help. People are amazing. There's so many resources here, so just go for it.